This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Salem 26D BUD travel trailer. This is not a floor plan, it's a how-to, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? Alrighty, so you have crank down stabilizers, of course, but you also have an added feature to this one. It's called a strong arm. You can see the yellow attachment. It just takes away the forward movement and rearward movement. So the thing to remember is this T-handle here, you want it loose while you're raising and lowering your jacks. Once you get the jack down and in position the way you want it, stabilized, then you tighten it up to take the movement out. So if you tighten it up, this inner tube can slide easily through the outer one. Once you tighten it, it can't. It locks it in place. So other than that, like when you're going to raise it again, you always want to loosen this. So keep that in mind, that the only time you're going to tighten it tight is when you've got this in position, okay? There's one of those on each corner. That's called a strong arm. You have a power awning with LED strip. You've got outside speakers. Up here, this is the range hood vent. There's a baffle in there. You can flip it free with your finger, so it flaps freely. So if you're venting to the outside using the fan in the range hood vent, you want that flapping freely, obviously. Otherwise, you could snap it shut. Like I said, outside speakers. You have a fresh water tank fill here. So the most common way to get water to the trailer, obviously, is the city water hookup, which is on the other side. Sometimes you're camping, there's no city water, so you can pre-fill your fresh water tank, and then you use the onboard pump to pump the water. So I'll show you the switch for the water pump when we get inside. Also, your fresh water drain is down here. It's that white gate valve right there, if you can see it. So it comes out of there quickly. It's not a slow drain. It'll all whoosh out there in just a couple seconds. So, okay. This is just power and a TV signal out in case you wanted to put a TV out here. There's even a backer plate for a bracket if you wanted to do that. This is for a sprayer, right? Attachment. Let me see where it's at here. Well, first of all, let me do this before I open that. One thing at a time here. Down here, this is the gas hookup here. So that's a quick connect for the LP system. Your griddle that's inside that compartment that I just opened, that plugs into there. There's a black LP line that will connect right in there to connect your griddle to the LP system. Okay. So this is the hose, the quick connect hose. This side goes on the back of the griddle, and then this side here goes to the quick connect below, under the trailer there. Okay, and it just pulls out like this. Okay. You also have a refrigerator. That is your sprayer that I talked to you about with the quick connect. Quick connect being right there. Whoops! Oh, it snaps into the spray port there. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we've got going here. This is your pass-through storage. This one you're getting a hitch with it, so it has a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you that operates when you pick up. You have a 3/4 inch attachment for your socket to operate your stabilizer jacks right there. That long piece there is for the awning. You'll have to read up about that. That's for the awning in an emergency. And then the smaller crank right there is for your power tongue jack in case it was to fail. If it was, you can put it right on here and crank it manually to get yourself out of trouble. So you can always get yourself hitched and unhitched, okay? So power tongue jack, 2 LP tanks with automatic changeover regulator. The tanks are full. You have a deep cycle marine battery. This is the kill switch for the battery, so if you want to shut it off, you can shut it off right there. Okay. And this is just the other side of your pass-through. You have your dump hose, and there's a little reducer for your shore cord to reduce it up from a 30 to a 20 if you need to. Okay. And as we move down, 30 foot 30 amp cord. You have your dump valves here, 2 gray valves and a black valve. Black is toilet water and waste. So over here, you have your black tank flush. After you dump your black tank, you can put the hose at the dump station right on here, turn it on and spray out your tank. Just always, like it says on the sticker, always make sure that you leave the black tank valve open before you turn on the water. Okay? Then this is your city water hookup, the most common way to get water to the trailer. You just hook up there and you're ready to go. Water heater is back here. There is a, let me look under here. So there's a rocker switch right here. That controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. Then there's a switch inside for the gas burner. Never run the water heater without water in it, okay? That's important. This is your drain plug. Takes an 1 1/16 6-point socket to drain the water heater. And that's where you drain it at. This is, that housing up there tells us this is pre-wired for a backup camera, so you can get a few round kit if you're interested. Also, while we're looking up, manufacturer says you should inspect your roof every 60 days or so to make sure there's no cracking or separation, any place for water to get in. Make sure there's no damage to the roofing attachments or roofing material by low branches or road debris, that sort of thing. That should be part of your regular maintenance. It's important to inspect your roof, obviously. Okay, let's go inside here. Okay, so this is your control panel. Slide room here, right? Your power awning here. Never leave the awning out unattended. Your water pump is here. Remember, pump water out of your fresh water tank. You also can use that to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right here, right? Remember I showed you there's a switch in the lower left corner out there for the electric heating element. Never run it without water in it. Lights, this is a dimmer like that. You have your battery charged, all your levels here. Okay. GFCI is right here. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Keys. Alright, so you have 2 remotes here. This one is for your fireplace, and the other one is for your sound bar. The fireplace runs on 110 AC, and it's very simple. You have it right there. So you see there it says low, that's the fan speed. High fan speed, now it's really kicking out the heat. You can change the crystal color, you can change the flame color, and there's also a timer on it, so it's a really good space heater and it really kicks out the heat. Okay, the next remote is for your sound bar. The sound bar has FM radio, no AM. You have a USB drive on it, so you could take all your albums on a USB stick or whatever, your MP3s. It's an HDMI in, so you can go into the system right there if you want. Let's say you have a port, your TV's hooked up and you got a portable Blu-ray player or something, you could go in there real simply. Okay. You have 2 speaker zones inside. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. You have Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or your tablet. This is your excuse me, your signal booster for your digital antenna. You can shut it off, but you always want it on. Your TV coax hooks right onto this one right there. Okay. This is just telling you that you're pre-wired for a public Wi-Fi booster. If you're interested, you can go to kingconnect.com, look at their pre-wired kits, which consists of a router that fits here and a antenna that goes on the roof. Just gives you better Wi-Fi for your family and all your devices. Okay, that's just an option. Okay, let's see here. So we'll go this way. Okay, microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood. Remember I told you about the baffle outside. If you're going to run the fan, you hear it winding up there. Make sure you open the baffle. You have a light. This is your range here, obviously. 3 knobs in the center here for the 3 burners. This one's the sparker. Turn it clockwise to spark it. And that's for your oven. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on. We'll find out. Yeah, see that. So it's that simple. The oven is a little different. It's all the way at the bottom at the back. There's a pilot light. You can see it spark back there. So you just go to the oven knob, go to the picture of the pilot light, depress it, keep it depressed while you light it. After it lights, down here you hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the pilot light goes out, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Always travel with this shut. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. The refrigerator is just a 12 volt, not just, but is a 12 volt DC refrigerator. Okay. This device down here is your power converter. This converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged into shore power, it's going to send 110 AC to these breakers here, right? These are just like you'd have at home. And then they're all labeled, of course. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled, right? Also, this is a battery tender, so it's going to sense how much energy your battery has and needs, and it'll always keep it, as long as you're plugged into shore power, it'll always keep it charged up. So it'll trickle charge it if it's topped off, and it'll send as many amps as it needs to charge it. Of course, when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle charges the battery also, so you'll have your power converter charging when you're plugged in, and your tow vehicle will charge it when you're being pulled down the road. It automatically detects what type of battery you have also. Okay, this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. So if it goes off, it's detected carbon monoxide or LP gas. You can see CO and LP there. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, shut the appliances off, shut off the gas at the front, figure out what's going on, okay? If it's not glowing green like it is now, get it serviced. This is just a pantry. And he left this open to show you that this is where you draw the antifreeze into the system when you're winterizing. That's your antifreeze uptake line there, so I'm sure that's why he left that open so you could see it. And there's your water pump in there. Okay? This is your thermostat. Works like any other thermostat. You just hit the mode bar and then go through all the options, all the different modes. Okay? Your bathroom works like any other sink and shower anyways. The toilet is an RV toilet, so it sits over a black tank, right? So the black tank's directly below. This is your flush pedal here. So basically you can't use it dry. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water and put a dose of chemical in the bowl, step on the pedal and hold it down until you put at least a gallon of water along with the chemical into the tank below. Then you're all set. You can't use it dry. If you do, it'll get clogged up. Plus the smell will be terrible. So you always want your chemical and at least a gallon of water in there before you start using it. After you dump it, if you're going to use it again, you repeat the procedure. Okay, so your bunk's over here. Then this table drops down onto the cleats. Turn it into another bed. This comes out and moves if you need to. And that's a jackknife sofa, so jackknifes into another bed. Okay. You have some storage underneath here. You have your TV hook up here if you want to put a a bracket here. You can watch TV while you're laying down. This is your emergency escape window here. It looks like they all do in the sense that you push it through. You go all the way through with it. Then you grab a hold of the tab and pull the screen out and you can escape during an emergency. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Let me look around and see if I forgot anything. I think we pretty much have it. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 60 days or so. That's part of your regular maintenance. So that's just protecting your investment. Right now this is in camping mode. Antifreeze has been purged from the system and replaced with water. The water heater is in camping mode. It has water in it and it's all set. Make sure you set your valves correctly and do everything you need to winterize it correctly come fall or early winter so you don't do any damage to it, okay? Thank you.